the guy 𝗍𝙚𝙖𝙘𝙩𝙞𝙤𝙣 repping 𝗍𝙚𝙖.com, and so many people hate Drake because of what he represents, either personally or in hip hop. And they find ways to hate on him without actually looking like it. And here's one of those instances.
Hi everyone, 𝗛𝗛𝙖𝙘𝙀𝗦 here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new Drake album, Certified Lover Boy. This record came to us with absolutely no teasers, and quickly took shape seemingly in reaction to Drake's ongoing beef with Kanye West.
I don't know if he's unaware or what, but Drake has been planning this drop around this time for a while. Kanye is the one that just pulled up to this date, obsessed with Drake.
It's important to note just how much this rivalry between Drake and Kanye consumes Drake.
Not half as much as it consumes Kanye and pushes him to the point where he literally only has Drake on his mind and is going crazy.
Pusha T's devastating diss track, The Story of 𝗛𝗛𝙗𝗓, maybe a few years old at this point.
The track that we never went back to, never listened to again in life. And the craziest thing was that he had a son, and now that we know he has a son, don't even hit the same.
Thanks to that whole ordeal, we now have access to this section of Drake's life that suddenly he's so open and honest about, as if his honesty hasn't just been a series of omissions up until this point.
So let me make sure I got this right. Drake built his career on honesty, but it was all fake honesty until Pusha T dissed him. Now you're saying he's not saying anything worth listening to, but he's being his most honest now. Make it make sense. Yeah, Drake is hiding shit, and Pusha T is telling us the truth all the time about everything. The most one-dimensional rapper on the planet.
Drake seems more infatuated with the whole thing than he did on Scorpion.
Seriously, who's gonna tell him? Did you hear Scorpion? He literally dissed Kanye and Pusha T the entire album.
Like, he is legitimately outshined by every feature on this project.
So there's no time where Drake has a better verse than any of his features. Not one time. Cool.
Even the ones that don't even sound like they're trying all that hard. Hello, Travis Scott. The record does have a pretty decent kickoff, though, with the song Champagne Poetry. It's dramatic, there's a beat switch, it's got kind of that Tuscan leather energy to it. The sound of the track is good, but
this is the start of a theme. You'll see how many butts he has about every track. He's got more butts than a Tiger video.
The first few lines give us an idea of what we're going to be in for the entirety of this record, and that's a lot of putting up fronts and a lot of gaslighting.
I don't trust grown men who say gaslighting.
And again, look, I think the performance on this track is good. I love the chipmunked soul on the instrumental. But
I see more butts.
Pretty much this entire track is just meant to convince us that Drake is effortlessly winning while everyone around him is struggling. And there is an extent to which that is true, because Drake does continue to do a lot of numbers and get a lot of engagement despite little to no effort on this record.
So if it's true, why even... Right.
The following track, Poppy's Home. Here Drake is clearly relishing his spot at the top. He is excited that his existence angers people. He is dropping more dad bars, talking about supermodels doing coke. The first leg of the track is not bad, but Drake claims girls like girls where I'm from, which I'm not sure. Is this an indictment of the men of Toronto, or is this a lack of understanding that there are lesbians in every city around the world?
I know that was your attempt at a joke, but it was whack. Like, it's no way in the world Drake is sitting there saying that there's only lesbians in Toronto. Like, for you to even make this point is
While I'm listening to it, I kind of want to just like hook a car battery up to my nuts.
TMI, bro. TMI.
Was not going to drop a better verse than Jay-Z on the song, even with Hove operating at 50%.
By the way, Drake can most definitely drop a better verse than Jay-Z if he's operating at 50%. What are you talking about?
Overall, I'll say I think it's a good track for this record, but in the
halfway through, and it's like you like half of the tracks. but
it's into Drake supporting her financially for sexual favors. Is this not just Drake taking advantage of the power dynamic that his money and fame and influence affords him?
When the fuck did niggas that do reviews start becoming the moral police?
It's ironic that there's like a little R. Kelly writer credit on this track too.
Petty.
The song Pipe Down feels more essential by comparison, but
niggas is mad I got more butt than ashtrays.
So even if this track is decent, it does feel indicative of Drake being sort of in a state of arrested development. Like, when it comes to the beef stuff on the track, Drake is a paper tiger. Clearly, why he's even continuing to talk like this, I don't know.
Drake got a fucking impeccable battle rap record, dickhead. What are you talking about? Drake body Common. Body Cudi, was bodying Pusha for years before he fucking finally fought back. Body Meek. It's more. Body unknown niggas from Toronto. Like, what are you talking about? Drake is a battle nigga. That's why he talking like this. He got arguably one loss.
So honestly, even if this track is kind of fun to listen to, I just don't want to buy into the facade anymore.
Like, you really sound hurt. Like, you sound like people that don't go to church no more and just start fucking hating Jesus. Like, I don't want to buy in the facade no more.
So yes, it does have that classic Memphis spooky sound to it, but with more ornate and, I guess, cinematic instrumentation. It's another track that I think is good for this record, but
you just said it got that classic Memphis sound, great instrumentation, and you like it, but
in 2021, I guess I'm just not really excited to hear Drake cosplay as a gangster. Pretty much.
What, man?
I know Drake's early stuff inspired Abel's work for sure, but I feel like I'd rather listen to Abel do this sound at this point.
So you saying The Weeknd was inspired by Drake to make his sound, but when Drake rehashed his own sound, you rather hear The Weeknd do it, and that's why you don't like the track. Right.
Get Along Better with 𝗙𝗛𝗧𝗘𝗦 is a pretty decent classic R&B and rap blend. There are some excellent vocal lines on the track, really heavy instrumental, but
am I the only one who realized how many times this nigga say classic on this review? He said it like 8 times.
Then You Only Live Twice is an instant banger featuring Lil Wayne and Rick Ross.
He just said it was an instant banger. So, let me guess. But it's coming.
But again, while it is great, I feel like Drake is kind of functioning off an old formula here. He's bringing a very, like, you know, Take Care, Lord Knows type of vibe and formula here, but maybe with just like the tempo a bit higher.
What the fuck is wrong with a Take Care formula, one of the best albums ever, with up tempo? Like, who the fuck don't want to hear up tempo Take Care? Like, he's saying like that's a bad thing. We want to hear that.
Pretty much close up shop with Diary Drake once again. Gonna be honest and say at this point on the record, you've given me zero reason to care about anything that you're saying, anything that you're trying to pitch me in terms of like, this is what's happening in my life, this is what is going through my mind. I don't care. I don't care.
Obviously don't care about shit. You get on camera looking like that every single day, so we know you don't care. You don't have to tell us you don't care. It's clear you don't care.
Feeling a light 3 on this one.
This is the same nigga that gave Kids See Ghosts a 10. This nigga gave Drake a whole Drake album that he said had so much classic sounds and he liked so many songs from a 3. If this ain't hate, neither was Hitler. Overall, man, people just got to stop trying to disguise what they really feel about somebody personally or even on a music level to take one piece of their work and just make it the template to go put the hate on. You don't fuck with Drake. Like, it's clear that you don't fuck with Drake. Like, even the stuff you like, you're trying not to like. You're trying to find a reason to not like shit that you say is classic. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. And your obsession with Drake has got to stop. Tired of these media personalities clearly showing a bias towards people. If you can't be objective, you got to get out the game. And that's that. I fuck with Anthony Fantano, but it's certain people he's just not allowed to review. And Drake is one of them.
Nothing has changed. It's going to be business as usual.
Welcome back to this real shit. You made it. You're now tuned into the underworld's favorite. Left Philly, I demanded a trade. Went to the west, now it's conference calls. They see the vision. Ain't a stain on my jersey since I made it to 30. I had ops, but I was flaming them early. Look, these niggas ain't been through shit, ain't been on shit, ain't been bout shit, and ain't gon' do shit.